This video is brought to you by OneFootball, the one and only place to get all your football news.
Hey guys, it's Gameface and welcome back to episode 32 of our Man City career mode. Now in today's episode we've got 3 games to play. The first game is against Stoke City. That's the away match in the league to finish off December before we go into the January transfer window, followed by the Manchester derby. A huge match for us to play after that as well. Just a few days later, another game for us to get through in the league, and that's a home match for us to play as well. Stoke City again, so it's kind of this sort of halfway point of the season where they kind of we play some fixtures and then we have to play them again pretty soon after. So it is obviously the second fixture that we will have against Stoke City. I think we might well sim that second game though, so that we can play the game against Morecambe in the Emirates FA Cup as well. So we might get through 4 games in fact in today's episode, but looking forward to them as well. The Manchester derby in particular will be very interesting to hopefully try and win if we can. Obviously 13 points in front of Spurs at the moment, so doing really well in the league at the moment. Hopefully that can continue as well into today's episode. Before we get into things though, if we could try and hit 100 likes for a bonus episode on today's video, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't already, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. You can get yourself a bonus episode if you hit 100 likes between 12 PM and 6 PM UK time, so 6 hours to try and do that, and then you'll get yourself a bonus episode straight away. This is the team I'm going to go with for this opening fixture. A few changes, not loads, but the fullbacks are being swapped out. Yeah, Torre, Gundogan and Diaz in midfield, Coyote on the right hand side, but there's still Sergio Aguero and Leroy Sané starting, although Sané could well be taken out or subbed at some point during the game to preserve him for the Man United match. But let's crack on the game against Stoke, hopefully get ourselves a victory. Still a good enough team really to get ourselves a win here, you would have thought. Let's just see whether we're able to do it. I should also mention I'm starting to include some of your comments now in videos, so it's starting really from today's episode. So if you leave a comment saying hashtag comment of the day followed by what you think of today's episode, then you might well be featured in the next episode of this series. So don't forget to do that in the comment section below. I'll read and reply as usual. Like you say, you could well be featured in the next episode. Okay, here we go for this game away at Stoke City. Let's find out how he gets on. The first time we played them this season in the league, it was obviously the second time we're going to play them, is also going to be in today's episode, although we will sim that game. Hopefully we can get a victory here though. We've got to try and set ourselves up for a good Manchester derby soon. Diaz starting this match, and he's had a shot inside 2 minutes. It's out for a corner. Gundogan to deliver into the box, trying to pick somebody out. Leroy Sané's in there, might get there, but it's always going to be tough against so many tall Stoke City players. It's been cleared. Yeah, look for Coyote down the right-hand side, back in, punched away, still have it, and it's a goal. It's going to be Gundogan to claim it. He's onside as well, and we've scored inside the first few minutes of the game. 5 minutes, in fact, it has taken, really, for us to get that goal. Very impressive start to the match. Managed to just about keep the attack alive. Stoke City initially headed it away, but Yaya puts it back over to Coyote, who puts it back in, punched away initially, and then headed into Gundogan, who hits on the volley into an empty net. It's 1-0. Great start to the game. Diaz, ball through to Coyote. It's a great pass. He's causing some damage at the moment. He tried to cut back and it so nearly worked as well. He's looking really good on the right-hand side, actually, Coyote. Might be a future position for him to play a bit more often, especially when we're trying to rotate the team a little bit. He seems to be doing quite well, though. He's got the pace for it. Yaya trying to get around his man, but cleared. Go on, Diaz. First time. Oh, saved by Jack Butland. Diaz, go on, hit this first time over the bar, but hits it so well. Diaz looks really good in that centre attacking mid position. It was close between him and Foden, but in terms of stats and pace, he actually is better than Foden. It's just the overall wise that Foden's beating him at the moment. Aguero through to Diaz, it's good. Diaz! Oh, why did he go for the chip? Thought Butland was going to come a little bit further out and maybe sort of dive on the ground a bit, and it, in the end, doesn't look particularly great, does it? Aguero, oh, thought it was another goal. Somehow just gone wide. I thought he'd found the back of the net there. I thought it got past Jack Butland. But it just goes past the post. I think it might take some sort of deflection off something. Maybe the pole at the back that made it look like it was a goal, but very close to it a second. Could do a double AR lead before half-time. There's only 5 minutes left. Half-time still win the game 1-0. Obviously great to be in front, but we want to try and increase our lead a little bit more here against Stoke City. We should be winning by more as well, so there's still a bit more for it to improve and for us to do in the second half, but it looks pretty good so far. We're attacking quite well. Need to get Coyote on the ball a little bit more because he looks dangerous when he went forward early on. Got ourselves a free kick here, quite close to goal actually. It's in a good position for a good free kick taker, but that is something we don't really have. Yeah, Torre on the pitch here is good himself, but it's down to the person controlling him really. Can he get it up and over the wall? You can get it at the wall. First change, Leroy Sané off. Angelino's going to come on, just going to give Sané a bit of a rest before the Manchester derby. We're only a few minutes into the second half, but I think Angelino should do an okay job for us on the left-hand side. Still looking to try and get a second goal. Got to try and keep hold of possession a bit better. That's going to be our main aim, I think. And we're not quite managing to do it, but hopefully we can do in the second half. Good chance. Oh, this is unbelievable. Stoke City have done nothing this game. The whole match, not just this second or first half. nothing at all, and yet they've equalised with 25 minutes left, and Bueller has equalised, made it 1-1. And it's all come down to the fact that we haven't managed to get the second goal. We've been the better team by far, but it's just that's really prevented us from kicking on in this game. So annoying, because we should be miles in front, really. Final two changes, Fernandinho and Gabriel Jesus to come on. We're going to take off Yaya Toure and Diaz. That means Coyote's going to remain on the right-hand side, but Aguero's going to drop in a little bit. Fernandinho's hopefully going to come on and give us a bit more pace in the midfield and try and create some things as well for us. But 25 minutes to go. Didn't really want to have to bring on Jesus, but at 1-1 we're after a goal, and so we're going to do that and see how we get on. Yaya Toure hasn't really fitted into this game particularly well. He's looked quite good in recent matches that he's played, but this one not so much. So we need to try and speed things up a little bit now and start to look to hopefully try and get ourselves another goal. But obviously taking off Leroy Sané earlier won't really help us with that. Coyote into Sergio Aguero. Aguero now to Maffio. Oh, what a hit. What a save, though, by Jack Butland. Out for a corner, 11 minutes to go, and we're desperately trying to find a way to get back in front. Gundogan to deliver. Jesus trying to get in front of his man, but cleared away. We're running out of time now, a couple of minutes to go. Sergio Aguero still looking for the attack. Still running, looking to Angelino. It's a good chance here. We put it across to Jesus. It's cut out. Oh, such a good final chance. Aguero, though, still has it. Gundogan still trying to create something. Can we do anything here? It's a 1-2. Gundogan turns his man, shoots, blocked again. And it just seems like every shot at the moment gets blocked. Gundogan's still turning, but can't do anything. That's it, 1-1 draw. Stoke City get themselves a point from the game. We've dropped 2 points there against Stoke. Frustrating, but we did take our chances, so we don't deserve to win. And ultimately did change the team a lot, but even still with a changed team, we did deserve to get something more from the game. It didn't happen, and Bueller scored out of nothing, and Stoke City got themselves a point. So it happens like that sometimes. So obviously 13 points in front before this game. That means that we could well be now just 11 points in front, but still it's obviously a good amount of points to be in front by, and so there's nothing really to worry about. It just kind of makes things a little bit closer at the top, but you can see one shot on target, 1 goal. It happens a lot. We've seen it when we drop points, it's down to the fact we haven't scored enough goals. So yeah, we're going to have to move on. We have to move on to the game against Man United, but very frustrating to have dropped points there unnecessarily. Okay, so we've entered the January transfer window now. That means there's some players going to leave, and one of those players is Sanchez. He's left us now just before the game against Man United. So he's obviously left us. Obviously, we weren't aware that we was going to have a game against Man United to have at the early stages of the January transfer window. But Sanchez leaves the club. He's gone to Barcelona, £80 million roughly. Manu Garcia also goes to Everton on loan as well. And Fernandinho goes to Southampton. So a lot of players just suddenly leaving us before the game against United. Obviously forgot about some of those players leaving us as well. So we do have to look to maybe bring somebody in. We've got £220 million to do that. And obviously, there is a position potentially out wide to be filled. Coyote would have been a good option, but I just don't think long term is good enough. So I think we might have to look to bring another winger. Messi's obviously out injured, as is De Bruyne, but I still think we do probably need somebody else with Sanchez leaving. So we've got Sterling, we've got Sané, Aguero, Messi, who's more playing central at the moment. So yeah, I think we do need somebody else. Okay, so I've shortlisted a few different names for us to take a look at as a replacement to Sanchez. So there's kind of a range of different players. So Gareth Bale, Malcolm, Mbappe, who for some reason is at Monaco and not PSG. I think must be because I think it's actually officially a loan deal, isn't it, from Monaco, which is going to be permanent in real life. So Mbappe is technically at Monaco at the moment. He's got 6 months left on his deal as well. So he could be approached as a potential left and right winger. I'm sure he can play there if we force him to. So that is something that we're definitely going to think about. Malcolm's another option as well. Gareth Bale's obviously got a release clause, which we could activate potentially, although it'd make more sense just to negotiate. He's 29 years old, though. That's the only thing, and that's why maybe Malcolm or Mbappe are ones I'm more interested in. It's just whether Mbappe will be okay playing out of position. That's the only other thing with that. So it's tempting to continue to take a look at these guys. I'm not really too sure which way to go. I didn't even realise Mbappe is left-footed as well. I wasn't aware of that, actually. He could be quite an interesting player on the right-hand side to have, though. 86 overall, 20 years old, obviously a great young player. Malcolm, who I've used in numerous FIFAs, I think, before, especially last year, I'm pretty sure. Can't remember which one. It might have actually been Monaco, thinking about it. He's really, really good on the right-hand side as well. I just don't know whether he's quite got as much quality as Mbappe. Obviously not in terms of overall. He's slightly slower as well, but not much. He doesn't quite have the same finishing either. Okay, so we're going to approach to sign Mbappe, I think, is what we're going to do. I know he's got 6 months left on his deal. We could get him for free, but I want him now for the Manchester derby. So that's all I'm really bothered about. We need a replacement right now. We can't really afford to wait until next season, really. So we're going to go ahead with it. Obviously, we might be able to get a little bit cheaper if obviously Monaco seem to think that he could be leaving at the end of the season, or he would leave for a free. He's only 20 years old as well, so actually I wouldn't be able to get him on a pre-contract agreement thinking about it. But we are going to still offer a transfer fee, and we are going to go with a decent amount of money. We're going to say initial bid £65 million, and it's quite a strong initial bid because I don't want them to just walk out the room first time. Hopefully we're somewhere fairly near. 100, wow, okay, no we're not. 100 million pounds, that's what they jumped straight to. Wow, with 6 months left on this deal. Okay, we can't quite, well, I don't want to go as much as that ideally. Maybe 85, is that a bit more reasonable? Can we agree on 85? 96.4. We're not reducing it that much. We seem to increase it a lot ourselves, and they've not really budged too much. It's still like nearly £100 million. Counter maybe just 90 million maybe. We'll try that. Still a lot of money for a 20-year-old, but obviously he's a really good player. £90 million is what we're going to go with. And that's a fair offer. They've agreed it. Okay, now we've got to sort out the contract as well. It's probably going to be quite a big wage, but we've got 80 million for Sanchez. We're paying 90 million for Mbappe, his replacement. That's quite a big deal, obviously, to try and push through before the game against United. We'll negotiate his contract now. I think he's currently on like 50-something grand a week. It's not on that much, I don't think. So the wage hopefully shouldn't be too much over 100 grand. He wants to be an important first-team player. That's understandable. We'll accept that. Happy to give him that. And what sort of contract is he after? We'll go 5 years. He's 20 years old. Hopefully that's okay with him. Yes, that's what they're after as well. And no release clause, even better. We'll accept that and then move on to the wage. And he wants 77 grand a week. More than happy to do that. Okay, that's very good. But he does want a bonus. He wants a signing on bonus as well for 20 goals, £3.35 million. And I'm quite happy to do that, to be honest, because there's not that much longer left of the season. We're about halfway through now. So if he was to get 20 goals, then I'd be pretty impressed by that. We'll accept it. And that is a deal agreed somehow for Mbappe, just like that. As easy as that, he joins us. We've actually just spent £90 million, as you do, on the first day of the transfer window. So we are also going to take a look at this guy called City as well. He's another potential signing for us. It's tempting just to literally pay his release clause. It is £45.4 million, which is a lot of money, really, but he's been linked to Man City in real life, and obviously with Fernandinho leaving, Yaya Toure getting older, and also leaving at the end of the season, it is tempting to get rid of him, and we might even have David Silva leaving at the end of the season as well, so there's a lot of different players that could be leaving. And we need to start to look at a new midfielder, I think. We'll also take a look at any players with less than a year left on the contract. Obviously nice to get some pre-contract agreements sorted if possible. We will have a look at City just in case he does have that option for him. I doubt he does, to be honest. I'm pretty sure there's still a couple of years left on his contract at least. And it doesn't say, I don't think, so I'm just assuming there is. If we go ahead and try and approach to buy, could we just pay the 45? No, I don't think we will. I think we can probably get him for a little bit less than that, to be honest. So we're going to approach to buy, and we're going to begin negotiations with the club instead. So we're just going to offer what he's worth to begin with. No idea exactly how much they're wanting, but I don't want to be too far away in case they do just say there's no chance of that happening and walk off. So we'll see what they say to that. That's okay. Just agreed it like that. So we probably could have got him for cheaper, but it's fine. 23.5 isn't too bad for a good player like him. So let's negotiate his wage as well. Currently on 41 grand a week. Hopefully going to get him signed up as well before the game against Man United, as long as everything can be sorted out. In terms of his role, I think importance, a fair one to offer. Hopefully he agrees with that. Yes, he's happy. And what sort of length of contract? He's 27 at the moment. I think 4 years is good enough. Hopefully 3 or 4, something like that. Yes, again, he agrees. Disregard release clause. Don't want one at all. And let's now discuss the salary. To be honest, I think 50 is fair. We'll see what he says to that. We'll go 50 grand a week. Currently on 41, so a little bit of an increase. And he's actually asked for less than what I've offered. Again, wanting bonuses though. 15 appearances, 810 grand plus a signing on bonus. We've got plenty of money. I'm happy not to bother negotiating any further and just accept that. That means he signs as well. So 2 new signings for us here straight away in this January transfer window. Not messing about at all on the first of the month. And that means, yeah, we've got 2 new players ready for hopefully this game against United. As long as there's no injuries. There we go. So Mbappe joins us. Obviously, stats-wise, looks absolutely incredible. And City also joins us as well to add to our midfield. There is also going to be a big focus on getting rid of players as well in this window, as there always seems to be in this corona, to be honest. There seems to always have so many players that we're looking to get rid of. of. There's quite a few up for loan as well as transfer. Yaya Toure, Coyote, and amongst others that are listed. So we'll wait and just see what sort of offers come in for those guys. Yaya, I think, might have had maybe his last match there, I think, in the previous game that we played. It could well be his final one before he leaves us. Although he could just leave at the end of the season. We'll wait and find out what sort of offers come in. Player returns from injury. That's Messi coming back from injury just in time to link up with Mbappe, amongst other players as well in our squad. But Messi returns maybe in time for the Man United game. That might just be a little bit too soon though. We'll wait and see. Certainly will be in time for the next United game, next episode. We've got monthly scouting updates to take a look at as well. Suggesting Goretzka wants to start. He certainly will be starting for this game. He's in great form at the moment. Okay, then here we go for this game against Man United, the big Manchester derby. This is the team I'm going to go with. It's pretty strong to say the least, including the bench as well. Ederson starts in goal. Kyle Walker company, Stones and Mendy in defence. Silva, Goretzka and Messi, who I'm going to rush back for injury, starting in this game at centre attacking mid for the first time in a little while. Obviously, he's been out injured for a little while. With Mbappe, Gabriel Jesus and Leroy Sané as our front three. It was a close call, really. Leroy Sané gets on there purely because he's left-footed. In terms of form, he's not in fantastic form. We certainly do have other players that are playing much better, but he's, I think, better on the left-hand side than Sterling or somebody like that. So Sterling gets on the bench. Aguero also on there as well. City, one of our new signings, gets on there ahead of someone like Fabian Delph. So, yeah, pretty happy with our squad for this game. Sterling very, very close to getting into the team. He will make some sort of appearance, I'm sure, in this game. But let's see how Mbappe gets on. Looking forward to that. Also, Messi returning is going to be great to see as well. So, yeah, pretty much a dream team here against United. Let's see whether they can handle us. We're top of the league by 12 points. United are in 7th place at the moment, so not doing so well. They're 20 points behind us. Let's see how we get on. It should be a pretty comfortable victory based on those stats, but it's never easy, really, at Manchester derby. Okay, then here we go at the Etihad Stadium for this game. We get to Man United. I can see Lukaku starting in this game. I wonder who else is starting as well. We'll have to wait and see. Very tough match. Mbappe starts for the first time now. This is his debut. Hopefully he can have a good debut as well. It'll be nice to see it get himself a goal as well. That'd be pretty good to see. Might need to change his kit number, thinking about it. Obviously Sanchez left, so we might well just use his kit number. I can't remember which one it was though, to be honest. But for now he will remain with 20-something, whatever it was. And hopefully he can get a goal here early on, but so close. Out for a corner. Kyle Walker into Messi. Messi now over to Bernardo Silva to shoot, and it's right down the middle. De Gea saves. Go on, Messi. Yes, Messi running through the middle. Has to be a good chance off the bar. Closest opportunity of the game so far. Messi gets it as well, but couldn't quite keep it down enough. It's a great run through the middle, but I don't know how he's managed to get so much height on it in the end. Mbappe going to look for a low-driven ball in. Oh, just about gets it into the box, but saved away by David De Gea again. Half-time, 0-0. Not quite the exciting Manchester derby that I was hoping for, to be honest. I was hoping for a few goals. We've not quite managed to do that just yet. We're looking the better team, the only real team that look like winning the game at the moment. Mbappe's done okay, nothing particularly spectacular. Struggled to get too many shots away because Man United are defending quite deep and also just generally quite strong going at the back. So, you know, we are struggling to get past them quite a bit. David De Gea's pulled off a few good saves as well, but as you can see so far, we've dominated possession, dominated shots. Still makes 0-0 though. Great ball into Lukaku. First shot, hits the post. It's as easy as that, isn't it, really, for the opposition? They just turn the defence into attack like that, and with the first strike, nearly find the back of the net. So close there. Surprised he didn't score it in the end. Outside of the boot, though. Hits the post and goal kick. Mbappe cutting on his left-hand side again. Still doesn't really feel like a left-footed player. We're going to shoot now and try it out. He takes on his right foot. I mean, is he definitely left-footed? Surely not. Can we clear this up? He's right-footed on this now. Oh, I've been playing with him as if he was left-footed as well. Oh, I knew he was right-footed. It definitely said on that information thing, though, that he was left-footed when we checked. Must have just been a glitch in the menus, because I knew he was right-footed, I'm sure, with the Monaco chromo that we did. Was it last season or the year before? But can't believe that. He is right-footed after all, hence why he took that shot with his right foot. Jesus into Messi. Messi now into Goretzka. This is what we need. Oh, what a save, David De Gea. That's usually the goal we get through Goretzka from that sort of range and that position on the pitch, but De Gea stopped that. That's the difference between Man United and other teams. They have David De Gea, and he's able to stop those sort of strikes. We need something even better than that now. Leroy Sané delivers in. John Stones tried it, but again, De Gea saves. Come on, Messi. Find the through ball here to Jesus, maybe even Mbappe. This time on his right foot, hits the post. Okay, we're starting to shoot on the right-hand side now, not the left. And so that's maybe making a little bit of a difference here. Great strike from Mbappe. Still couldn't find the back of the net. and we're struggling at the moment, even though we're looking by far the better team, all over Man United, complete dominance. It's as if we're playing a team in the bottom half of the table, to be honest, the way that this game's sort of panning out, where they kind of just sit back, absorb all the pressure, maybe have 1 or 2 attacks in the game, and maybe they take one sometimes. We'll have to wait and see. Ball through to Mbappe again. He's shooting on his right foot, saved. Messi should follow up here, and he does eventually. Should have done it first time, but eventually it falls to him. It's 1-0, and returning from his injury, this could be the winning goal with 15 minutes left. We're going to make some changes now, try and freshen up the team, but we've taken the lead in the Manchester derby. Like I said before, not quite the exciting, sort of thrilling, loads of goals kind of game, but we managed to put ourselves in front here. David Hayes kept Man United in this game for most of the match now, but this time he can't stop the Messi goal. Let's make some changes. 15 minutes to go. We're going to have to try and tighten things up defensively now. All 3 changes, Gundogan, City, and also Raheem Sterling to come on. We're going to take off Messi, Mbappe, and Goretzka. Obviously, change of formation as well, as you can see there. Decided to obviously change it a little bit, go more defensive, just make sure we have enough players back. And we'll see how we get on. Final 15 minutes. I'm expecting a United response, bearing in mind I've had, I think, 1 shot still in this game. I am expecting a response pretty soon after this goal, to be honest. Jesus over to Leroy Sané. Go on, Sané, get past you, man. He has done. Piszczek isn't fast enough. Sané finishes off the game. It's the second goal. The response wasn't there for Man United. They tried the long ball to Lukaku. It didn't work. And with 9 minutes left, we've doubled our lead. Leroy Sané, who I decided to keep on the pitch. It was between him and Mbappe to be subbed. And I decided to keep him on, Mbappe off, because he was a little bit more tired. It was Mbappe, but you can see the pace there, just get past Piszczek. He was completely left behind. Finishes off really well, and we're starting to get a couple of goals now in this game. 2-0, that should be it for the Manchester derby. That should be us getting 3 points. That's it, 2-0 victory. Very happy about that. Gets us 3 points as well. Fully deserved. We deserve to beat Man United here, and fairly comfortably as well. Purely down to the fact that they had barely any shots. We'll see how many here. I think maybe 1 or 2. How many was it? 2 shots, 0 on target. So if you don't have shots, then you're not going to score goals to win games, either. So we definitely deserve that. 12 shots for us, 7 on target, dominated possession as well. So very happy about that. Gets us 3 points, beating our big rivals, obviously. And that puts us 23 points in front of them now. And we'll wait and see whereabouts in the league table on points as well. So 15 points in front of Liverpool. They clearly must have dropped some more. Assuming that was a draw, maybe even a loss there. Player returning from loan as well. And that's Will Patching returning from Forest Green. He might, to be honest, just go back out alone or even be sold in this window. We'll wait and find out. But we are going to end today's episode here. Not quite enough time to get onto the Stoke game or the next United game. That will be, I think, next episode. I think we've got a Morecambe match before the second Manchester derby. So we'll quickly do some player drills though before we end today's episode here. Diaz should go up this week. We'll wait and see. Hopefully get us a little bit closer. Yes, 77 overall this week. Costa also goes up as well to 68 overall. Well, that concludes today's episode. That is everything. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 100 likes on today's episode, I'd really appreciate it. Don't forget you can get yourself a bonus episode if you do within 6 hours. Also, if you haven't already, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.